What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. So as you can see, I am running a Alpha Bridge build. Yes, I could still tweak it and perfect it, but I thought I would use it before this patch ends and we move into 1.6 and talk about this and ask the question, will you run Alpha Bridge in 1.6 and Last Stand? As you can see, for those of you that may not know from the world of the Division, Alpha Bridge allows you to have 6 talents on one weapon. So if you use the same weapon, as in 2 assault rifles, 2 SMGs, 2 light machine guns, and you have the talents unlocked, if you wear 4 pieces of Alpha Bridge, then you essentially will have all of those talents on one weapon, making you very, very strong because, in my opinion, having 6 talents on one gun, that's like shooting 2 guns at once. It's basically like having 2 players at once. Very, very strong and extremely, extremely used by many, many players in the game. So, but when 1.6 and Last Stand get here, Alpha Bridge is going to take quite a hard hit because it is a very, very powerful gear set. Like I said, other than, I think, Firecrest and a all-new high-end build, thanks to the introduction of things like Barrett's Bulletproof Vest, Joe Farrow's Oxygen Mask, so on and so forth, this is probably one of the most used gear sets in the game. Now, up until just recently, I did not use Alpha Bridge because I didn't want to do the same thing as everyone else, but I figured since it's getting its nerf, I thought I would see what all of the hype was all about. And most definitely, I do see the appeal in running this gear set. It is a lot of fun, and it is very, very strong. You can take down enemies and bosses, no problem. Same thing with players in the Dark Zone. Here I am, I'm just farming the open world bosses to try to get my hands on weapons like the Caduceus and the Tenebrae, so on and so forth. So that is the gameplay that you are seeing in the background. Now, when 1.6 gets here, Alpha Bridge will no longer allow you to stack talents. You will have 4 instead of 6. On top of that, if you have 2 exotic weapons equipped, i.e. the FAMAS, which will be known as the Bullfrog pretty soon. I don't know why, it's a strange choice of name. And things like the Liberator, you will not get to stack those weapons and get the benefit of Alpha Bridge. You cannot have the exotic weapon talent as your stackable talent. That is just on the developer side of things, that's what they decided. So, for instance, if you are running the Urban MDR, you cannot have Distracted as your free talent. Whatever talent is in your free slot on your secondary weapon, given that it's not an exotic, that is the talent that you will get. So if you're running 2 Lavoa Cs and your bottom talent is Brutal and you don't have Brutal on your top Lavoa, then that will be your free given talent. So quite a big change is coming to this gear set. I still think it's going to be pretty strong, and I still think that people will continue to run it. But for those of you out there, which I know is the majority of the player base, I just thought I would ask this question. What will you guys do when 1.6 gets here? Will you give it a chance, or will you move on to something different? Things like Reclaimer are getting a complete overhaul. Firecrest really isn't going to be touched, except for the power of the actual turret will have a bit of a nerf, so Firecrest will be a nice viable choice to use. Reclaimer will be a fantastic support build. No longer will it be based around consumables and constant explosions, things like that. You'll be able to keep your team up and running, especially in game modes like Last Stand, so I think that that will be a good choice. And Nomad, Path of the Nomad, seems to be making its way to the top tier list of gear sets used because it provides you with the chance to have constant healing, which means constant survivability. And if you're good with your weapon and mod it properly, then you will be a force to reckon with. So that will be quite the choice right there. On top of that, things like Striker and Sentry's Call are also going to be a little bit stronger, especially given with weapons like the Urban MDR that you can use. It's the only assault rifle that you can use to stack the headshots with Sentry's Call. So, and given that that gun is getting a buff for 1.6, then, you know what? That might be another contender right there. striker shotgunners, that's going to be another thing. So there will be many choices when 1.6 gets here. We'll have to see, but for everybody that is a massive fan of Alpha Bridge and is not happy about this is my question for you. And for everybody else, just I would like to know what your thoughts and opinions are about this whole change. Are you happy about the change? And those of you that are not happy about it, will you still try to run the gear set and make the most out of it? So anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing for more Division content like this. The stream times are at the end. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer. And as always, have a good day. Let me know about Alpha Bridge in the thoughts and comments below, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.